You know that feeling, right? That sinking feeling when the sink drains just a little too slowly, or when a backup pops up out of nowhere. It's got to be one of the biggest frustrations of owning a home, this invisible problem lurking deep inside your walls or under the floor. Well, today we're diving into how technology is finally taking the guesswork out of these plumbing mysteries.
So, what is really down there? Is it just years of grease? Maybe a little toy your kid decided to send on a big adventure? Or is it something more serious, like a tree root that's decided to move in? For the longest time, the only answer you'd get was, well, a shrug. Plumbers just had to guess based on the symptoms. But believe me, that whole era of uncertainty, it's coming to a close.
And that right there brings us to this huge shift, moving away from all that guesswork and into a world of actually knowing. Okay, just think about the old way for a second. The plumber shows up and, just starts experimenting. They try one snake, then another. Maybe they pour some harsh chemicals down there. It's all just trial and error, right? And the worst part, it could end with them digging up your beautiful yard based on nothing more than a hunch. But the modern approach? Oh, it's all about surgical precision. I mean, why guess when you can literally see the problem and make a targeted plan right from the get-go? So how exactly do we get eyes inside our own pipes? Well, the answer is actually pretty simple, and believe me, it is a total game changer. It's called a camera video inspection. And honestly, the concept is just brilliant. You basically send this tiny, waterproof, high-def camera on a super flexible cable right into the heart of your plumbing system. Think of it like a little robotic detective. This amazing tool feeds back a live video stream, giving plumbers eyes in a place they've always been flying blind. It's such a simple idea, but it has absolutely transformed the entire industry.
Now, this might sound all high-tech and complicated, but the process itself is surprisingly straightforward. So let's walk through what actually happens during one of these inspections.
Okay, the whole thing boils down to just 4 logical steps. First, the technician does a quick assessment to find the best spot to go in. Then, the camera gets fed right into the line. Now, step 3, this is where the real magic happens. The operator is watching a live feed, pinpointing the exact location of the clog or the damage. And finally, you get a full report. We're talking clear documentation of the problem, so there are absolutely no questions about what needs to be fixed. So what can this little camera actually find? Well, pretty much anything that could possibly go wrong inside a pipe. We're talking about that nasty grease buildup, invasive tree roots muscling their way in, or even serious stuff like cracked or collapsed pipes. It can spot the exact point of failure, which is so crucial. It doesn't just tell you what the problem is, it tells you precisely where it is.
But hey, finding the problem is only half the battle, right? The real payoff, the thing we all care about, is how all this knowledge leads to way smarter and, cheaper repairs.
And this quote right here, it really nails it. It says this turns an uncertain plumbing problem into evidence-based troubleshooting. And that's exactly it. You're transforming the whole job from a reactive guess into a proactive, totally informed plan.
So let's talk about the real payoff for you, the homeowner. Number 1, you save money because you're not paying for a giant, unnecessary hole in your yard. You save time because the repair is way faster and a lot less disruptive. And maybe best of all, you get peace of mind. You know you're getting the right fix the very first time, and you get a much more accurate cost estimate right up front. It basically takes all those nasty surprise costs right out of the equation.
When you really think about it, it all comes down to a simple truth, doesn't it? It doesn't matter if we're talking about plumbing, or medicine, or even working on a car. Getting the diagnosis right is everything. It's the foundation for any good solution. You just can't fix what you can't see, and now we can finally see inside our pipes. And that really makes you wonder, doesn't it? We've managed to conquer the hidden world of our pipes. So, what's next? The empty space behind our drywall? The structural integrity of our foundations? It's a pretty exciting thought, really. A future where there are fewer and fewer household mysteries left to solve.